What's going on, guys? Today I have a very highly requested Razer Chroma keyboard lighting design for you guys. For today's design, I'm going to make a CSGO themed design. What I did is I went on Google and I took a CSGO graphic or logo and I kind of twisted that into a Razer Chroma keyboard lighting design for you guys. With this design, I also have a special feature for the design which shows a shooting graphic where basically when you click your mouse, the graphic on the keyboard will make a shooting animation. So I thought that would be kind of a cool effect to add to this profile itself. As always, there will be a download link in the description below where you can go to my website and download this Razer Chroma profile. And I'm also going to show you step by step exactly how I made this design. Please, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and don't forget the bell icon, that way you guys know as soon as I upload new keyboard lighting videos. We're going to get right into this one. This one is CSGO. Alright guys, to make the CSGO profile, we're going to start by adding a brand new wave layer and then click on the spectrum cycling layer and hit the delete key. Wave layer, what we're going to do is we're going to select out the shape of our CSGO logo that's in the middle. So I'm going to hold control and I'm going to select these keys here. This is going to be the center or the white portion of our logo. We're going to click on our color drop down and we're going to choose a 3-node pattern. On the outsides, we're going to choose a white. In the middle, we're going to do a white as well, but we're going to drag our color gradient to where it's dark. And then the other outside node, white. We're going to check our split option. We're actually going to hit Control C and copy this white effect that we just made. And we're going to select the left portion of our keyboard here. And I'm going to deselect the white section by holding Control and just clicking on those keys. I'm going to keep these two keys selected between the feet. And I'm going to paste in the white we made. And while those keys are still selected, I'm going to uncheck my split option. I'm going to angle my wave up into the left, somewhere up here like that. And I'm also going to decrease the speed here down to 10. And then I'm going to click on my colors and I'm going to make this left side blue. So we're going to go with blue on the left, blue on the right, and in the middle we're going to click blue and we're just going to drag it darker. Just like this. Now it looks good. I'm going to hit save. With your blue selected, you can hold Control and hit C to copy that. And now we're going to select everything on the right side of the keyboard. Hold Control and just click on the white areas to deselect those. And then I selected this key as well. So I have my right portion of my keyboard. I'm going to paste in the blue that I created. I'm going to change my angle down into the right. And I'm going to change my color from blue to orange. Orange on the right. And then same thing, orange in the middle, and just drag it a darker orange color. And that's all we're going to do for this wave layer on the keyboard. I also added, with this wave layer, some effects to my mouse. So I'm going to copy this orange that I made, and I'm going to paste it into the right side of my mouse and the scroll wheel here. So I'm going to hit Control V there, but I'm going to click on this color drop down and I'm going to change this last digit by 1. That way it doesn't mess with my wave pattern on my keyboard. And then I'm going to do the same thing with my blue. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste it on the left side of my mouse with the Razer logo and do the same thing. Just change, I'll change my second digit this time just by 1 value and hit save. So that's all I did for this wave layer here. Next is going to be all of my peripheral lighting. So all of my mouse pad, my Nomo speakers, my LED strip, everything else that I have. So I'm going to add a spectrum cycling layer And with this spectrum cycling layer, I'm just going to first initially just select the second half of my keyboard, just like that. So the outer ring of my Razer Huntsman Elite lighting. And I'm going to select my color drop down, and I'm going to choose just like a 5-node pattern, just like this. I'm going to drag this left node over. I'm going to try and make 4 equal sections here, just like this. So I have my color gradient split up into 4 quarters basically. And I'm actually going to make this section a little bit smaller. I'm going to add 2 more nodes here, and I'm going to drag those all the way over. I make this far right one orange. What this does is it just doesn't make a weird transition from this side to start the gradient over again. So I basically have it in 4 sections with a little sliver of orange here. And now what this does is it's going to cycle between orange and blue on my keyboard, or around my keyboard. And I'm going to copy this effect that we just created. I'm going to hit Control C on that, and I'm going to put that on the right side of all of my devices. And I'm also going to make it on every other lighting zone on my Nomos speakers. And I'm going to hit Control V to paste that effect in there. And now I'm going to Control C to copy that effect that we just made. I'm going to click off of the keys just under this gray area, so deselect everything. And now I'm going to choose the left half of all of my devices. So here you can see I have every other lighting option selected. I'm going to paste in that effect that we did, but I'm going to click on my color drop down, and I'm going to change the orange and the blue in here. So I'm going to make this blue, and I'm going to make this orange, just like this, and I'm going to hit save. So here you got the main body of the design pretty much done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a couple of the little features that are in this design as well. Next, I'm going to add a wave layer, and with this wave layer I'm just going to make a caps lock and num lock indicator. So I'm going to select my caps lock key and my num lock key. I'm going to click on my color drop down here and click on this option. Here I'm going to click on the 5-node option, actually make this orange. I'm going to delete that node. I'm going to make this blue or orange as well. And I'm going to make the middle here just a white. I'm going to delete this right node. So you have an orange, white, orange gradient pattern, and that's just going to be like a flashing caps lock key. I'm going to click off of that. I'm going to change the playback to start on selected keys, and it's going to end on selected keys. So it will start when the selected key is pressed, and it will end when it's pressed again. And we're going to hit save. Now I'm going to click on my num lock key only, click on my color gradient, and I'm just going to change these oranges to a blue and hit save. So now you have a caps lock indicator, so when you click on that, it will flash orange and white. And your num lock key, when you click on that, it will flash blue and white. The next feature that we're going to add to this keyboard lighting effect is a ripple effect. So we're going to click on the ripple layer on the bottom left to add a brand new ripple layer. With this ripple layer, I'm going to make sure I have the ripple layer selected first of all, and then I'm going to select the left or the blue portion of my keys here. Deselect the white ones if you selected the way I did. And then I'm also going to select my keypad here. And I'm going to click on my color drop down, and I'm going to just choose a single color here and choose blue. For the ripple, I'm also going to change my playback start to on selected keys and hit save. And I'm going to do the same thing in the orange section. I'm going to select all of my orange keys and the right side of my gamepad. And I'm going to click on my color drop down, choose a single color option and choose orange and hit save. For the orange section, I'm going to change that to on selected keys as well. I'm going to do the same thing with the white, so I'm going to copy what I did with the orange, select my white keys here, and I'm going to click on my color drop down and choose a white for my color and hit save. Don't forget to change the white to on selected keys. So now for each section of my keyboard, whenever I press a key, it will light up that section with its respective color. Now I'm going to go back into my second wave layer that I created here, and I'm going to select this strip on the left side of my mouse. If you have a Basilisk Ultimate mouse or a Razer Mamba or anything that has additional lighting on the side, what I did is I just added an additional white light, and I did that by creating a 3-node wave on the side and making my center just a orange color, and my outside nodes I made invisible like this. Changed my angle up to 0 degrees, and then I also slowed my speed down to 10. So on the left side of my mouse, you can see I have this orange light that slowly goes up the left side. Now the last little feature that I did for this design is a reactive effect. So we're going to click on the reactive layer to add that. And I'm going to select the blue section of my keyboard, just like this, and then also the left side section of my gamepad. And I'm going to click the color, and I'm going to make this the opposite of what I have on the left side. So if you have orange on the right side, choose a orange for your reactive effect on the left side. So I'm going to choose orange for the blue, hit save, and then I'm going to do the opposite with the right side here. And with the white section, I chose to use a black for a reactive layer. Just drag a really dark white and hit save. So now you can see whenever I touch a key, it will light up orange in the blue section, which makes it contrast pretty well. And it sets off a blue ripple. In the middle section, you can see it makes the keys black. It sets off a ripple. In the orange section, it goes blue. It sets off a ripple there. Now finally, I'm going to explain how I did the shot animation and how you can make it to where your small person on your keyboard does a shooting animation whenever you click the mouse key. So we're going to add a brand new wave effect, and we're going to select the line coming out of our gun barrel here. So these keys right here, we're going to hold control, and we're going to actually select our scroll wheel and our Razer logo on our mouse as well. And with our color gradient, we are going to make this a single color, and we're going to make it white like this, and that looks good. We're going to change our width percentage down to 10%, which is the lowest you can make it. And we're going to change our speed as high as we can. So we're just going to choose the highest speed, which is 50. Okay, and we're going to change our playback to unselected keys, and it can end after one time, and hit save. So now, whenever you click your mouse, you'll see that there is a animation on the keys that kind of makes it flash. And the preview doesn't do it as much justice as actually looking at the keyboard. There's actually like a shot animation every time you click. And the last feature that I put on this is an audio meter. So we're going to click on the audio meter layer, and we're going to hold control, and we're going to select the white section of our keyboard or the person in our logo, just like this. We're going to click on our color drop down. We're going to choose this option right here, which is 2 nodes, and we're going to bring this out to a really dark white, and the second node we are going to make a bright white, so 6S on your hex code. So the brighter or louder your music is, the brighter your person in the middle is going to be. And that's all there is for this design. I'll play a little bit of music so you guys can see what the audio meter looks like, and hope you guys like this design. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe and bell icon. Please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the description below. Tell me how you guys like this design. You can also tell me if you have an idea of a design that you would like to see on your Razer keyboard. You can also contact me on my social media accounts, Twitter, Instagram, and I stream on Twitch every once in a while. Please go check me out there. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.